Hi, I'm Graham. Thanks for clicking on this video. Now, I think I have a Christian solution to the problem of child abuse. Now, there's different denominations of the church, obviously, and it's more public awareness that child abuse goes on in the Roman Catholic Church. But humans are humans. Sin belongs to all humans. So it must go on in the Protestant Church. Now, as I said, I think I have a Christian solution. Now, if you turn to the letter of James, in it he says Christians should not show favouritism. Okay, this is point number one. Now, as we know, the church are full of believers and unbelievers. Now, I've been thinking on this subject for a while, and I haven't got a clue if I'm right or way off the mark, but I believe that the church should be a place to re-nourish Christians. Now, I love it when non-believers or those who have lost their faith they should not remain within the church, but if they should perhaps go to people's houses who are still in the faith and have discussions. Or you, like prayer says, prayer is a solitary act. You pray by yourself, or you can pray as a group in a house. But I do not think that unbelievers should sit in the congregation of the church, because while you're doing this, you're destroying the integrity of the church. Because, as you know, there's such a thing in this world called justice. Now, if the church has an unbeliever and a believer in the church, they're going to have different ideas of justice. Some people will believe you get justice in this lifetime, and that's probably what the unbelievers think. And the believers think, let God get the justice. But there is a condition that Jesus said, go out and get justice for people while you can. Help the oppressed. Now, there's another point in the New Testament, the parable of the unjust steward. Now, let's say you have it can be of any issue really, but let's stick with child abuse. If this person, right, decides to what did the unjust steward do in the parable? He went round all the tenants to reduce and got what they owed reduced, so they would find him as someone to go to when the king not removed them. And Jesus understood this, and he wanted people to take note of it, because you can do something similar in the church. Because what can you do? Well, it's good to talk. That's an expression. You get to know people, right? If this victim is in church and they feel oppressed because the Christians are showing favouritism and they're not being heard, what you do is you talk to people in the church. You find out whether they believe or they do not believe. Because when you have established that they do not believe, you get them on your side, just like the unjust steward. And when you've got enough people, the church will be conflicted, because you're not destroying the church. You're keeping the integrity of the church by putting the problems out in the open. That is what the disciples did to the early church. They ensured the church would not deviate from the left to the right, but stay focused on the Lord. And this is what victims must do. They must learn to talk to people in the church. Get people on your side. Because this may be contradictory advice, because I'm saying I don't believe unbelievers should be in the church. But what ironically, the title, the unjust steward, Jesus liked what the unjust steward did, even though he was wrong, because he did it for a cause. And I think there is nothing wrong with getting the church to face the reality of who goes to church. I mean, if the church claims to be a loving and caring part of a community that reflects Christ and reflects God, then you must learn to do it, because the church is becoming too secular. Anyway, that's it. Have a nice day.